Hello, this video has been a whole big faff, but we're doing it, we're getting there. I'm currently filming on my iPad, so I don't know what the quality is going to be like. I'm looking over here because that's where I can see. I don't even know where my camera is. Oh, it's here. Okay, so this is the camera. I'm going to try my best to look at this camera. However, I'm seeing myself here, so yeah, apologies. The reason why I'm filming on my iPad, by the way, is because my phone storage has decided to just give up on me and won't let me record or film anything. So yeah, that's what we're doing. But today I thought we could do a physical TBR book haul thing. Yeah. However, this is excluding my birthday book haul, which I just filmed on my phone, which is why it's not letting me record anymore. I need to get a camera. I need to invest in a camera. Ta-da! I'm a little overwhelmed. I don't know if it's going to work. All my thumbnails are the same. The first book is Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. I picked this up yesterday at WH Smith, and I don't know how because it doesn't come out until 5th of September, and today's the 3rd, I think. So yes, I picked this up. I saw it on the shelf in WH Smith's, and I had to. I mean, I can't not. So there's that. I'm super excited to read this. This is Sloane and Lucian's story, and their enemies to lovers, childhood enemies to lovers. So I'm very excited to read this. However, I'm not going to read it yet, not because it's not out yet. I'm a mood reader and I'm not in the mood to read about Sloane and Lucian right now. However, I'm excited to be finishing the Knockmount series. I then have Dracula. Now this is different for me because I really only stay on romantic books, romantic fantasies, anything with a romantic subplot. However, Dracula I don't think does. So yes. Fun fact though, I did actually buy this copy from the castle where Bram Stoker inspired Dracula from. It doesn't have a stamp though, which is really kind of annoying, but from my word I did. Trust me that I did. I have already tried to read some of it. I don't know if my bookmark is still in here. I did try to read some of it like a couple years ago and I just lost interest. I don't think he even made it to the castle yet. So yeah, but it's a classic, so I might try again. I then have Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This would be, well, this is one of my first like gay romances. I'm pretty sure this book is a gay romance. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm losing my voice, so apologies. But I'm very excited to read this as well. I'm really into like Greek mythology. My name is Greek. It's the Greek translation of Sarah. Very excited to read this. I literally know nothing about it other than the fact that it's a gay romance. I then have Addicted for Now, which is the third book in the series for the Addicted to You or the Calloway sisters. I have Ricochet, that was in my birthday book haul. My friend Ella bought me this one for graduation. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this, but obviously I need to read Ricochet first. Yeah, the Addicted to You book wasn't my favourite. However, I'm looking forward to reading them all because my opinions might change. I then have Promises We Were Meant to Keep. Yes, that was it. I'm reading it backwards. I'll do this too. I also have things I wanted to say but never did. And then in my book birthday haul, I had I Will Always Be Yours, I think it's called. Yeah, I have read A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I just haven't read the rest of the Lancaster prep series, so I'm excited to read these. I have heard mixed things about them though. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to reading them. All of these books I'm looking forward to reading them, so I don't know why I keep saying I'm looking forward to reading them because all of them are, and my fringe is pissing me off. Then I have If He Had Been With Me, which apparently is a sad romance, so I'm not looking forward to that. The last sad romance broke my heart, it shattered me. It was in fact 1,000 Boy Kisses. However, yeah, I'm excited to read this one. I like big books. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I like big books. This is like a lot bigger. I say a lot bigger. It's like bigger. I enjoy big books. Anyway, I don't know anything about this book other than the fact that it's sad. We shall see. So I picked this one up in the Works 3 for £6 deal. So I don't know how good it's going to be. I have never read any of Alyssa Sussman. This is Once More Than a Feeling. Once More With a Feeling, sorry. And it looks like it's comedy related. However, I don't know anything about the book. I just know that I've seen her Funny You Should Ask cover and this looked familiar, so I picked it up. I'm not really into comedy books. So we shall see, because I read The Heartbreak Rule by Stephanie Archer, and I love Stephanie Archer's writing. However, that book just did not flow with me, and I think it was because she was like a comic, and I don't know, they think they're funnier than they are, so I didn't enjoy it in that sense. So I'm hoping that they're actually funny in this book, if it is to do with the comics. This series I've literally had since I was about 14. My friend was obsessed with The Maze Runner and Dylan O'Brien, so I decided to pick up the books, and they've literally been with me since I was 14 and I've never read them. I did start reading the 4th one. It has a cracked spine, which means I did start reading it. I just didn't finish. I know there's not really any romance in it, which triggers me because I like romance, but I think I need to branch out next year. That might be my 2024 book thing, is to branch out with genres, because I'm only into romance and fantasy, so maybe I need to like branch out into thrillers and more stuff like this. Although I did really enjoy the Divergent series, but that also had a romance subplot in it, so I don't know, maybe we shall see. I then have Ella Mais's book, Marriage for One. Again, I'm really looking forward to this. It's a marriage of convenience, which I think is like the second best trope to Enemies to Lovers. Enemies to Lovers will forever be my favourite trope. But this is marriage of convenience, and I'm hoping it's really good. So yeah. I bought Elle Kennedy's Rogue book from the Works also, and then I didn't realise that this is actually the second book in the series, and Misfit I think is the first, I believe, I'm not sure. But I've really been enjoying Elle Kennedy's writing. I've literally been reading so much Elle Kennedy lately, it's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to all of them. I keep saying that. Also, I probably should say, all of these like books I've bought since I started reading. I'd say like since March. Well, I started reading in January, but I started seriously buying books and not being able to keep up with reading them since like March. So yeah, I'm not made of money. I just have bought these books like a couple of weeks. Do I have a problem? I think I have a problem. Okay, the next one is Meet Me at the Lake and by Carly Fortune, and I also got this in the 3 for £6 deal at the Works. I haven't never read Carly Fortune's books before, so I'm hoping that I like this, and I've seen this all over TikTok, and apparently it's rated by Eleanor Armas, which I've also never read, so I don't know why I pointed that out, but yeah, I'm excited to read this. I literally have no idea what it is about. I feel like when I started reading books, I used to look up TikToks of them and then kind of like not force myself, but like want to like get into it, because I'd like give myself little spoilers that I'd have to get to in the book. I've stopped doing that and I don't know why. I might start doing it again. I picked up this book yesterday as well, from Waterstones, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. Sam is Falling on Instagram, or I think she's also Sam on Falling on TikTok. She recommends this a lot, so I'm hoping it lives up to the hype, because I will literally read anything that Sam recommends. I saw a TikTok that she made about Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I read it, and it's now my favourite book ever. So yeah, I really go by what Sam says when she recommends books. This one also, actually, talking of Sam, she also recommended this one on her TikTok, The Wolf and the Woodsman, by Ava Reed, and I think it's just a Little Red Riding retelling, so I'm looking forward to that. I do quite like retelling of stories. I also got the Practice Makes Perfect and £3 for £6 deal at the Works. by Sarah Adams. I've never read Sarah Adams. I haven't read her When in Rome book, which I don't know if you have to read first. I'm pretty sure this is a standalone, but it looks really good. I'm really excited to read it. I have no idea what it's about. I literally have no idea what any of these are about. I feel like I'm going into all of them blind, which is probably a good thing. Yeah, I literally can't say anything other than just holding the book up. But it looks like it's dual POV as well, which I'm all for. So yeah. Then we have The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, and I remember Hayley Pham reading this, but I don't remember whether she liked it or not. Oh my god, that is so cool. This is like one of the... They have drawings in that chapter. What? Is that for every chapter? Or is that just some of them? Oh my god. I did not know this. This is amazing. This might mean I have to read it sooner rather than later. So all I know is that it's about 6 people and they have like powers. That's pretty much literally it that I know about this. I know it's one of a trilogy, I think, and I only have the first book. So depending on whether I like this or not, I might have to buy the second and third book. And then the other day got Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. Megan? Is that Megan or Megan? I would say Megan Brandy. Say You Swear. I know it's a football, I think it's football romance. Or American football, because this is a rugby ball. So it might be rugby. I don't know. I'm British, so I would say rugby ball. But I'm pretty sure I've heard people on TikTok say it's about football. I'm not sure. I literally couldn't tell you whether it's rugby or football. However, I just know it's supposed to be quite good and people were raved about it. So I'm very looking forward to reading this. Okay, this book I've also had since I was like 12. I think my dad got it for me for my 12th birthday, because it's one of his favourite films. He's never read them, I don't think. And it's The Hobbit. I just hit myself in the face. And it's The Hobbit, by J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien. I have no idea. Anyway, I have watched all the films. I have watched all of The Lord of the Rings, so I do know what happens. I would just like to read the book because I have it, so why not? And I've never read it, although it looks like I have tried to read it because it's partly broken on the spine. So maybe I did try, but I would like to try again because look how cute the little Hobbit man is. I say little Hobbit man. This is Bilbo. Mic drop. I've had this for about 3 months. The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. I've never read any Erin Sterling. I've had mixed reviews on this. Some give it 3 stars, some give it a 5 star. I'm very excited to read this. However, I think it's going to be in my October TBR because it's giving witches. It's giving Halloween. It's giving cozy. It's giving Gilmore Girls. This is giving Gilmore Girls. So I'm going to read it in October, I think. Because September, we're still too hot. I mean, we're 24 degrees today, so yeah, it's September. We then have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Yes, I know I'm late to the party. I haven't read it yet. I haven't actually read any of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books because I don't think they focus on romance and I solely focus on romance. I live for romance. So if it doesn't have romance in it, I'm not interested. However, I would assume because she's had 7 husbands in this book, it is about romance. I also think it's a gay romance again. And it looks like it's set in the 50s. But that's all I could tell you about it. Yeah. Excited to read that when I eventually get around to doing so. Whether it will be this year, I have no idea. I then have Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Now, if you know the Bronte sisters, I haven't read any of the Bronte sisters books, which is Popcorn by Kettle Black from me. However, I went to visit their house a couple years ago, probably like 3 or 4 years ago now. No, it was definitely longer than that. It was probably 5 or 6. I'm getting old now. I'm not 15 anymore. I went to go visit their house basically. It's a museum in Haworth in Yorkshire. It's about an hour drive from where my nan lives. So we made a day of it. And I had to buy a book. Of course I had to because I'm a book fiend. So yeah, I chose Wuthering Heights. I did use it for a uni project though. and I kind of ruined the front cover. I mean, you can't really see, but like, oh, that just pisses me off. But it does have a stamp actually at the front that basically says, I don't know if you can see that, basically says it was purchased at the Bronte home. Oh, my pins and needles have just started like needling. So basically the Bronte sisters are feminism in itself. They wrote books when women weren't allowed to write books, and their books blew up. I say blew up. Their books became really popular, and then so popular to the point where they went back to the publishing house and they were like, we wrote these books. And obviously the men at the publishing house were like, no, you can't, because you're a woman, you can't write books, you can't publish books. So then they were like, oh no, we published them under men's names or aliases, so they are our books. And then there we go, one of the first female published authors. They're great. So yeah, I do need to read this. I'm not so much worried about reading the Old English because I feel like Old English isn't too hard to understand, as long as it's not like Shakespeare level Old English. If We, I believe, by Anna Huang. I have read the Twisted books, and I have read the Kings of Sins, or the first two that she has released. I do like her writing. I'm not a massive fan of the Kings of Sins though. I don't know, they just don't flow as nicely. They're not, I don't know, the characters just feel a bit iced out. They're not, I don't know what the word is. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the series. The books are quite skinny. I don't think they're very many pages long at all. So no, this one's like not even 300 pages. So I'm looking forward to these. I might use them as little palette cleansers. You know, after you read a big chunky fantasy book, you need a small little book to get you by. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, please don't let me know. If you did, do let me know. Comment down below what you think. Give me recommendations, give me books you want me to read. That's the same thing, Sarah. Bye, see you later.